Hi everybody, welcome. It's Sarina Kazawa here, and today we're going to be getting some VTuber Newsy news. But before I do, please consider smash subscribe, hit the like, ring the bell, and guys, do you know that I stream on Twitch? Head over to Twitch, and if you're at work, leave me a lurk. Alright guys, on to our very first piece of Newsy news. This is Deme, and Deme is a female English-speaking ADHD virtual YouTuber and Twitch streamer. So why are we talking about Deme? Well guys, just to give you some context here, about 2 days ago, Deme was accused of getting railed on stream. This was a big controversy a couple of days ago. So here is just a little bit of an update in regards to what happened. So this is posted on the VTuber drama subreddit. This is posted by Agent Sparkle saying, Deme responds to allegations of being railed on stream. So this is a screenshot from Deme posted on her X account. This is posted on June 16th at around 9 a.m. And Deme says, if I was crazy enough to F on stream, I'd at least have an OnlyFans to bait engagement. Stop forcing your cuck fantasies on others. Shrugging emoji. My ass too fat to move that little. OP continues to say, yeah, in my opinion, she really should just go offline from Twitter for the rest of her vacation until things settle down or move on. Responding like this only feeds trolls at this point. All right, so during this time where people thought Deme was getting her cheeks clapped on stream, there was a bit of a heated back and forth between Deme and Chibi Reviews. Chibi Reviews had posted on their X account on June 13th saying, addressing the VTuber drama, how she went mask off and how I was personally attacked. And it says her, she attacked me. Deme has finally responded. She posted this on her X account on June 17th, 2026 at around 11:37 a.m. And Deme says, I was ready to genuinely take this to the ground because of the idea that why should I ever feel bad being rude to someone who's a piece of shit? After some reflection, a thought occurred to me. Do I really want to go as low as him though? And the answer was no. So that's in regards to Chibi Reviews. I said what I said because I personally think there is no scenario that a friend group chooses the side of a fiance that cheats. I can't fathom friends siding with a cheater. However, would I have brought it up if I knew he was because of it? No. I admitted it in the previous tweets, so why didn't I apologize? Because he's this and that and blah. But I thought about it, and that kind of ideology is quite harmful. I knew it was wrong, and I admitted that twice, but I didn't apologize. So after reflection, I am sorry. I'm sorry for bringing up a memory that made someone yeeticidal. It was a low blow if I didn't know, regardless of whether he was intentionally being a piece of shit. I don't want to stoop to his level. I'd rather be better and learn from my mistakes. So then Kitten Tay says, once again, the woman is the bigger person. Good on you, Deme. Take care of yourself mentally because I'm sure there will be videos and such released about some kind of victory. Anyways, remember who you are at the end of the day. Meme Scheme says, man, I love the internet. Every masterpiece has a cheap copy. And then Chibi Reviews posted this on their X account on 11:44 a.m. saying, after days of doubling down, Deme has finally decided to apologize to me at the end of her latest tweet. Before she did that, however, she made sure to call me a piece of shit along with a few other things despite saying she wouldn't stoop low. Progress, I guess. So anyways, guys, what do you think of this Deme and Chibi review situation? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy news. Hey, are you enjoying the video so far? If so, make sure to come follow me on Twitch. I stream daily over there. Additionally, you can catch my gaming content on my YouTube channel, Lydia VTuber Plays. All right, back to the video. This is Mint Fantome, and Mint Fantome, also known as Made Mint, is an independent female English language virtual YouTuber who debuted in July 2020. So why are we talking about Mint Fantome? Well, guys, this is posted on the VTuber drama subreddit. This is posted by RGZ, and it says here, NIJI Sisters are crashing out at Mint again after she talked about NIJISANJI's slow visa application process.
Back in 2020, I got a job in Japan, and then
I remember that.
Yeah, and I was gonna go, and they ghosted me. And then I got another job, and they said, oh yeah, we'll give you a visa for Japan. And then they only started doing that after I left.
You remember me too, because you were like, hey, what's the update? And it wasn't even for you, too. Because you were asking for it, and then when they finally started the process, it wasn't even for you.
No, I remember too, because I was just like, oh, I got this other job in Japan, like I could go for it, because I really want to move over there. So would you be able to do that? Because I'm turning down another job for your job.
Yeah,
they were like, yeah, we could do that.
and then you waited, and then you're like, hey, remember what? Then I asked about that visa thing, and then they're like, oh yeah, we're trying to work on it, and then you find out it wasn't even for you.
I know. Yeah, now it's for everybody else.
Yeah, it's okay. Now you can. It's okay. Your visa's gonna get approved the moment you unpack. I feel it.
It says here, Mint talked with Doki about her job, promising to get her a visa for Japan, but they only started the process after she left crying face. This is just some screenshots from NIJI Sisters. So this is Wob, and Wob says, what an effing lame ass bee you have to be to get jealous of your coworkers for getting the same opportunities as you. You are a 30+ year old and still still act like a teen. I don't even like the company either, but this behavior is so corny and Doki is an effing loser too. Giga Riri says, this clip is rubbing me the wrong way because why are you complaining about your visa not getting approved when Japan literally had them suspended / restricted after COVID? Quote, now it's for everybody else. DPMO, everybody literally moved there from 2025 onwards like crying face. This person says, are they still engaging in hate marketing against the company they quit? That's just pathetic. After all, they're the ones who quit. And Athena says, yeah, keep making these kind of digs and see who ends up looking like a mess. And then this person May says, pray I don't live long enough to be a bitter and jealous green tea bee. Okay, and then this person, Lydia, obviously not me, different Lydia, says, I think former EN livers should be careful about using the move on from the past argument if they will keep doing things that say otherwise. I hope they know how privileged and stuck up they sound by complaining about something that was hard to do in 2023 and 2024. Neko says they have a monthly quota to fill. And then this Lydia says that incel money and attention, not enough, I guess. Obviously not me. Okay, just different Lydia, different Lydia. Okay, all right, so let's see what some of the people on Reddit are saying. Asinine says, NIJI is largely irrelevant now, but they still stew in their little hate-filled superiority complex echo chambers. Gamer says, it isn't as if streamers are known for talking about shitty jobs they had in the past or something. Omerjeed says, typical NIJI sister behavior. Ire Panther says, what do you expect from NIJI drones? Confident Bobcat says, if you know anything about Japan, visa, and COVID, you know that Mint just doesn't know how real-world things work with these kind of things. The easiest way is a specified skilled worker, which can only happen with fields that have been approved, which is why they could not get it through. This ends up making it a lot harder. The reality is that by the time they could start working on the visa, Mint had already told them she was leaving. Next, it's just a company thing. It happens for all companies. The first time you do anything, it takes a lot longer. Plus, with the Japan bureaucracy, it's bound to take longer. So yeah, she just seems salty she lost out. Now that is easy to get, which is something that NIJI fans seem to be rather happy about. So this coming right after one moved, yeah, of course they're angry. She did not wait long enough for NIJI to be able to, and V Shoujo screwed her over. So anyways, guys, what do you think of the NIJI sisters crashing out about what Mint had to say in regards to the visa situation? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, guys, on to the next piece of Newsy news. This is Cecilia Immergreen, and Cecilia Immergreen is a female English-speaking virtual YouTuber associated with Hololive. She debuted in June 2024 as part of Hololive English's 4th generation Justice. So why are we talking about Cecilia? Well, guys, this is posted on the VTuber drama subreddit, so this has been deleted, and it says here, someone by the name of Hololive has been increasingly rude towards Cecilia Immergreen, prompting a response from the VTuber. So this is a screenshot of the response. So it says here, unhinged Hololive fan gets publicly humiliated by Cecilia Immergreen. She gives them the decision to accept her life or to leave. This is a screenshot from YouTube, and this person, Hololive, says, more work? I just want streams, man. Okay, so then Cecilia says here, although you're entitled to have an opinion, a lot of your comments are just non-constructive complaining about what I do, and it's becoming really annoying. I'm only giving this warning because you've been here a long time, but here are your options. 1, you accept that this is how things are and stop with the constant negativity. 2, you move on and watch someone else. As I said, you are entitled to your opinion, but I don't agree with it, and nothing is going to change with you constantly complaining. 3, I ban you myself. This is not a dogpile call-out post, so I don't expect you to answer or defend yourself. It's okay to just quietly make a decision. So let's take a look at what some of the people on Reddit are saying. Tiny Brush says he legitimately talks about how he broke out of a nut house. No one could possibly be happy living like that. Rado Blast says, I heard this guy is a former band Shondo subscriber. Can anyone confirm this? Non-Kink Shamer says, good on her for speaking up. William Art Finder says, he seems kind of nutty, not gonna lie, but here are a few thoughts. 1, she should have used a shadow ban or something rather than calling him out, because now he 100% has confirmation he got under her skin with his remark. So anyways, guys, what do you think of Cecilia calling out this toxic fan? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is OnKey EXPO, and OnKey EXPO is the United States' first dedicated East Coast VTuber convention built specifically for virtual creators, fans, tech enthusiasts, and industry collaborators. So why are we talking about OnKey EXPO? So you can see here, this is the OnKey EXPO website here, and it's happening in November 20th. So why are we talking about OnKey? Well, guys, this is posted on Sock's VTuber Agency X account. This is posted on June 16th, 2026 at around 12:24 p.m. And Sock says, notice, Sock's agency has terminated our sponsorship agreement with OnKey EXPO, and we are no longer affiliated with the event. Neither Sock's agency nor staff will be attending OnKey in any official capacity. Wish their team well. Sock's elaborated on their post saying, to clear speculation, we approached OnKey a month ago with items that needed to be addressed to ensure a safe and functional convention. We gave them ample time to show us they are prepared to host an event with proper security, labor, and event management, and we were not confident they would be able to secure these key measures before it was critically necessary with what was provided. Our primary concern is always safety when sponsoring or participating in an event. To anyone deciding to go to OnKey, we hope you have a fun and safe time. However, we will not be attending as these answers did not measure to our standards. Sox continues to say, we've been informed OnKey said they have security. We want to be transparent This is the full and complete answer OnKey gave us regarding security. Has the security firm been contacted, and how many stations and security personnel will be at the con? And then they replied, multiple security firms have been contacted. We are still comparing prices between quotes provided. Currently, we are looking to have 10 to 15 security guards present. We will also contact the local authorities and have a presence at the convention if possible. We presented security concerns as early as the end of March. Our initial request for deeper information was in May, and they had 1 month from there to provide us with further details. So then this is posted by OnKey saying, we at OnKey are sad to see SOX VTuber agency go, but we respect their decision and wish them the best as they continue to grow their amazing brand. So then there's more people who have been pulling out from OnKey. This is Oshibar, and Oshibar posted this on their X account. Notice, Oshibar has decided to withdraw from OnKey Expo along with all talent brought in through our organization. Oshibar staff will not be attending OnKey in any official capacity. We wish their team success moving forward. So then this has kind of brought on an onslaught of people removing themselves from OnKey. So this is HR Chan, and HR Chan says, if it wasn't painfully obvious, notice, I withdrew from my virtual panel and all participation in OnKey. And then this is Ava Lamp, and Ava Lamp says, I'm sorry to anyone that was looking forward to seeing me at OnKey Expo. Notice, I decided to withdraw as a virtual guest and will no longer be attending OnKey Expo. Then this is Oshi Flavors, and Oshi Flavor posts on their X account, due to safety concerns and ongoing communication failures, we at Oshi Flavors will be withdrawing our appearance from OnKey Expo 2026. We wish the team nothing but success in their future endeavors, Nami. Okay, so then this is vket.com, and this is a virtual market in 2026. So this is related to the story, so just hold on tight. Okay, so then this is posted by Kenny, and Kenny says, so if anyone's curious what's happening with OnKey Expo, I'm pretty sure it's their association with Vket, who uses AI openly and instructs others on how to use it for their service. Understandably, this doesn't sit well with a lot of their partners and guests. Okay, so then here's some screenshots here. So Hex is a co-founder, and it says here, OnKey is still happening and the staff is still working very hard. I'll be fully transparent with the community. Oshibar left citing concerns as one of our partners using AI. I reached out directly to that partner and they gave a long explanation on how that isn't so, but I found this sentence informative and will directly quote it here. Quote, like any company, we do concepting and mood boards, but the final products are made with many talented artists. OnKey has a zero AI policy since the beginning, and we work very hard to make sure that nothing AI comes close to anything we are doing. All final projects are and will always be fully created by amazing talented artists. And Lily B says, sorry, that sentence implies that they use AI for concepting and mood boards. Am I understanding that you are saying that their company does use AI for the creative process? And then Emma says, the post I saw pointing to the CEO participating in an event that uses AI. And then Bolt says, this implies they generated ideas with AI even if they hired artists to recreate final products. And Dahlia says, I was told by a friend that it was Vket. Lily B says, I went to look at the CEO's posts, and if you meant Vket, they're pretty well known for using it. And yeah, they even have articles publicly instructing people on how to use their service. And then here's a link to the article there. And then Bolt says, the problem isn't the final product. The problem is the use at all. And Melty says, yeah, it's a pretty big issue. So then Kenny continues to say, some upset about Akuma Mito VT as a guest due to the allegations about her originating from the VT blacklist and others. And then Kenny continues to say, they have made a disassociation as of this moment with Akuma and also clarified it is in fact Vket. So then the co-founder says, OnKey Expo is a small volunteer-run convention. We are doing our absolute best to make the event is fun and safe for everyone in the community. As soon as it was brought to our attention, we began acting. OnKey is a community-driven event for the community. So if we sometimes miss things, even important things, we rely on the community to point it out and hold us accountable. There is a lot happening behind the scenes you can't see, but we are attempting to be as transparent as possible with all of you, which is why, in light of this information being brought to our attention, we acted. Miko will not be appearing at or associated with OnKey. And then Hex says, I can absolutely confirm it is, in fact, Vket. And then Kenny continues to say, they stated they didn't know that Vket used AI and was assured that they didn't. However, it's pretty open on their site, so make of that what you will. Then Kenny says, some updates are that the main concerns for partners stepping away is security. However, their statement on AI matter did push things over the edge for Oshibar. Sox went into more detail about this, and the co-founder states they couldn't sufficiently meet a deadline. Okay, and this person, Kyojo, says, I'll add in here, since our main concern was security, we had been in contact about security with the con since November of 2025. The mentioned AI statement from Hex was just the last straw before we pulled the plug. I agree with Flork that Hex should take the time to answer questions with great detail for the sake of his event and stop answering them here. I wish them nothing but the best, and I hope they can keep their guests/attendants safe. And then Hex says, canceling the con is not in the plans. I still believe in the mission. OnKey has been in contact with multiple firms. The 10 to 15 number was what the venue offered. We know that is not enough. We are unable to find one that I found sufficient to meet SOX VTuber agency agency's deadline. I knew that risk, but I was not able to make quick calls to save a sponsorship. Don't get me wrong, I wish I could have saved it. I have nothing but respect for Sox VTuber agency and their talents. And then Hex says, well, they beat me to it, which is fine. We were given a deadline to meet to secure certain priorities, one of the chief concerns being security. One of my jobs was to bring OnKey back down to a reasonable size for a first-year con, as we kind of ballooned too big too fast, and it was an unsustainable model. We recognized that that was an attempt to fix it. In doing so, we were speaking with many security firms to attempt to find one that was right for our budget and needs. We were unable to do so in a month deadline provided to us. That being said, there is already security at the venue. We were attempting to get more as the community raised concerns early on and wanted to accommodate. We are still in talks to get extra security. There will be security there and there will be adequate amount. We were just unable to address it in time. So they understandably pulled out. They asked us not to spread too many details and we respected that. I reached out to ask if we could elaborate a little bit for the community, and then that places that out, which is a fair statement. There's no hard feelings or ill will from OnKey towards Sox VTuber agency. We were unable to find answers for them. But I just want to clarify again, we have not stopped the search. There will be adequate security at the venue. We're just looking thoroughly at every single option. HR Chan says, what do you consider an adequate amount of security for a con that you think will hit 3,000 attendees? What's the number? Not including venue security or personal security from sponsors or guests, because that is not con security. And then Hex says, these numbers are what was provided by the venue and is already there. We actively recognize this is not adequate, which is why we were reaching out for more. Guest safety is top priority for us. If I cannot provide that or think I won't be able to, I will cancel the convention, but I am actively getting more security. And then Melty says, is it? Because it feels like the con is very close and you do not have sufficient security. This is posted by AM Candlery. This is posted on their X account on June 17th, 2026 at around 11:40 a.m. And AM Candlery says, as I'm under zero NDA, I'll be posting my experience in a thread here for working with OnKey. Originally, I was reached out to via email after they made a post here on Twitter I can no longer find, looking for small business sponsors to sponsor merch for the con. This is a thread 1 of 7. Okay, and then AM Candlery continues to say, in exchange for a free table to vend during the convention, I was invited into their server to begin discussions, and then I was told I would have to pay to sponsor. And then AM Candlery says, instead of providing merch items and bags, it would be too costly for me to make. Newsflash, it ain't, laughing my ass off. My partner manager and I at the time had discussed thoroughly in DMs that several red flags were popping up, and I ultimately was going to pull out. And then AM Candlery continues to say, the lack of communication was alarming to me, especially due to how much they were asking for sponsorship slots comparatively. I was then assured my table would still be free, but then the red flags were still in my mind, and I told them I needed more time to think. Oshi Bubbles was also strung along with the same promises I was given and had declined before I had. I believe Oshi Bubbles will be making their own post to give more insight on their end. I was given permission to include these for more context. Okay, and then AM Candlery continues to say, being led along for almost a year with this opportunity has cut into my opportunities to vend at other events, as I didn't apply for other conventions aside from OfKai to prep merch and time. I've lost time, money, sleep, and so many opportunities. At the end of the day, I feel led on by so many empty promises, opportunities I could have had elsewhere, and almost being scammed. Seeing everything else come out has just been disappointing to say the least. I apologize to those looking forward to seeing me there. There is more I'd like to say, however, I wish to remain professional and hold my tongue. Please consider supporting those affected by this whole debacle however you can. We are going through it for sure. So this is posted by Cuppy Cakey saying, okay, I understand why everyone's pulling out of OnKey now. And then this is a guest announcement of Akuna Mito. Okay, and this is Frubbles, and Frubbles says, man, watching all these VTubers pull out of OnKey and seeing more issues being put out there has me feeling pretty bummed. This was the first convention close enough that I could realistically attend without completely destroying my wallet and was genuinely excited. I suppose no cons for the frog. Masato says, you heard about Akuma Mito VT. OnKey EXPO has her as a guest there, but something's off. VT Blacklist says, there will be a long thread on the individual known as Akuma Mito VT due to her identity being backtracked to so many different communities, especially the VTuber community. We'll be referring to her as Akuma. She is blacklisted. Akuma has committed the following in this thread. VT Blacklist says, doxing, participating in posting revenge corn, saying the N-word, posting someone's self-harming video publicly, etc. Akuma's crimes follow not only her real life, but VTuber life as well, and people should be aware. We ask that everyone spread awareness on this matter. We will be posting the following threads as backup evidence. So VT Blacklist has made an entire thread on everything that Akuma has done. There's so much here, so I definitely encourage you to go take a look at it. As for if OnKey has made any statements on this matter, it looks like they have not. All they have is their pin post and saying that they're wishing Sox VTuber agency all the best. So definitely you can see a lot of VTubers have been pulling out for various reasons. What do you guys think of this OnKey Expo? Let me know in the comments below. Okay guys, on to our next piece of Newsy News. This is D.K Graves, and D.K Graves is an English-speaking virtual YouTuber and member of VNU's 4th generation Hello Land. So why are we talking about D.K Graves? Well guys, just to give you some context here, this was posted on VNU's X account on June 12th, saying that they are doing a restructuring of VNU Entertainment. This is posted by D.K Graves on her X account. This posted on June 16th, 2026 at around 12:03 p.m. This is just a funny clip, so let's take a listen here.
Help.
Hey, not bad. Should get your point across.
I'm being you. Please, please help. I'm being you. Please, please help. I'm being you. Please, please help. I'm being you.
So obviously this is a take from the Hollow Stars. I'm from Hollow Stars, please, please, please. So it's still very cute, it's still very funny. But anyways, guys, so please make sure to go support DK Graves. Okay, guys, and that's it. That's the end of the VTuber Newsy news. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you see, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And guys, if you're not able to catch me on Twitch, that is no problem. I do have a YouTube channel called Lydia VTuber VODs that backs up all of my gameplay, and I probably play through some of your favorites. And currently playing through Resident Evil 3. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye bye. Sounds like she did. No, I did not. I'm gonna just run for it. I'm just gonna run for it. Ow! I'm just gonna run for it. Run, run. This is a cutscene. This is still cutscene. Run, run, run. No, 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 no. Keep running, Jill. Keep running. There we go. That went much better this time. Look at that. Look at that little practice. We managed to secure our life here. Okay, hold on this way. Oh shit, he's behind me. Oh shit, he's back. Why is he chasing me? No, 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 no! Please tell me he's not here. Please, 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 please. Ah! Fuck! Ah! Why is he still chasing me? Go away! Go away! Okay, I'm just gonna keep running. Ah! He said, you know about your car's extended warranty.